I guess I'll speak for a moment about the monkeypox crisis. I think it originated a man from Nigeria, went over to London. Um, from what I understand, at the beginning there was initially 100 cases. Now it's well over 300. It's similar to chickenpox, smallpox, and all that. The way the pustules on the skin look, but it is not very deadly. I want to talk about a few things I've learned um, and how, to me, the response to it appears to be another example of how we have kind of normalized mass death now, whether it be school shootings, whether it be murders, whether it be COVID. I'm gonna talk about it for a second. So we know smallpox has been eradicated throughout the world. That's they done it years ago, for we believe. Um, the one of the biggest issues with monkeypox is that it's not a urban thing. Like that's it's one of the diseases out in the jungle. That was one of the things that surprised me the most upon initially researching. And then you had people above 50 can get it. Um, it concerns me that we have entered a new era of disease. That you're dealing with these diseases that they're not the same as they were 100 years ago or 50 years ago, and that we have normalized mass death to the point to where um, we're willing to live with these things. Basically, it's kind of like a numbers game. To this won't kill a bunch of people. We're actually looking at it whether these diseases will kill a bunch of people or not. And I talked about with COVID that um, what about the long haul people? People have COVID for months. People don't get the smell and sense of taste back for months. What about them? We know that's brain damage. Does that mean that 30 years from now they're going to get Parkinson's? 30 years they're going to get something like that? I was looking at something saying that they have an increased chance of cancer once they've gotten COVID. So I am concerned with the monkeypox response that this is sort of demonstrating where we are as a society now. Are we okay with this? One thing I hadn't really sat down and looked at too deeply was the amount of homosexual men. I'm saying that it's an increased chance of them catching COVID, and that's just because monkeypox is spread through close contact, bloodborne stuff. I think a nurse caught it from handling bed sheets, things of that nature. Um, and I thought about how we handled AIDS back in the day. How you had a president, Ronald Reagan, who didn't even use the disease by name, and that there was a sense that HIV AIDS was a disease on gay people. This is God's wrath being poured out on gay people. And now we know, drug addicts can get it. People can get it for blood transfusion. It isn't just a gay thing. And the fact that we so quickly recognize, I think it was like a music festival or something. They think it was passed on. I don't remember. But that's why I say it's not the era of traveling and going to stuff and going to places. It's not the era. This is the new era of disease, and of disease that hide in the body, and the diseases that are able to be more sneaky than 20, 30 years ago. This is not that era to go out and just be foolish and like, put your hair on fire. But like I said, you had a president who didn't even want to talk about HIV. I remember looking at a press conference where they were talking about it, and a reporter asked, and the press secretary was laughing about it. And he was, well, I don't have HIV. And he was reaching, basically looking back. He was like, do y'all have HIV? And they were laughing about it. That's the way it was back then. When people talk about making America great again, it's important to ask for who? To who? Because that's my make America great again. Making jokes about HIV and AIDS. Making jokes about people who are in the hospital getting ready to die. It isn't your business to judge them. And if you're in the federal government, if you work for the White House, you serve them too. They're citizens. I think that's refreshing to see, because they always talk about they're pushing gay stuff, and when this is what rubber meets the road. Do these people matter or not? I think that's important. You when you get into this nonsense about them pushing gay stuff on people, that's usually indicative of a person who doesn't know history, who doesn't understand, what it was like and just how vicious the federal government was and Ronald Reagan was and others were in handling that crisis. Basically, that they weren't second class citizens. So the fact that that's acknowledged, that touches me, and that lets me know that we have moved on to a better place. It's kind of like when I saw the protest for George Floyd, all the white folks out there protest, and that really humbled me. That really humbled me to know and understand that this is a different generation, and this isn't just, well, you guys want free stuff, and you guys want to know, like, this is a different generation, and that things like this, in moments like this, signify that America has gotten better. That America has, or elements in America have, really, they really believe in the promises of democracy, and everything that means. I don't know. It just touched me to see that was acknowledged. That there was a hey, man, the gay community, y'all, it's more dangerous, these festivals. It's not a judgmental thing. Ain't none of that. Hey, man, be careful. I don't know. Thanks for listening.